All right, we are live, folks. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash. Just, excuse me, relaxing. Always checking those numbers. And I saw that we finally hit 150K views here on YouTube. So I just want to send out a very humble thank you to everyone. I've been doing this for 5 years, and it's a milestone. It's like I said, I know I've never bragged on here. I've never been braggadocious. I know I'm small potatoes out here. I know I'm one of a billion YouTubers on here talking about wrestling and other stuff. And this year has probably been the most momentum that I've ever had, and a lot of it is in part to being a part of two families, the WrestlingWithWrestling.com family and being back recently with the Rant With Ant family. So I just want to give a big shout out to those two groups. Thank you for letting me be a part of your family and letting me provide content for you. If it's, for the Lucha Underground and House of Hardcore stuff for Wrestling with Wrestling, and the Impact Wrestling stuff for Rant with Ant. So just want to say thank you to everyone. Like I said, I know it's still small potatoes, but for me, it feels like a big accomplishment. So I'm happy. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that's watched me over the last 5 years. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to me. So thank you. But as we see on the what's on the thumbnail, I don't want to downplay what the main goal of this is. It's all about me. No, just kidding. Talking about All In. I had this set up for about a week ago when they announced it, and then you get busy with other stuff happens, and it just didn't happen. So I was like, whoa, hey, I made this cover like a week ago. I better do something with it. So this is an update on the All In card. The match was made last week, and nothing has been made since. So it's still fresh news. I feel like I haven't missed a lot with the All In stuff, but I just wanted to talk about this new match that they made and updates with Flip and what happened with him in the NWA. And this all happened about a week ago. So let's talk about this match first. We got the new match added to the All In card, and this has been like the trickle effect of matches added to this special unique event. We have last night, folks, we had a sub from Dean Malenko. Today, we have Darth Vader in the chat. Hello. Hello, Darth. Welcome to Smash This Podcast. New subscriber. Thank you, Darth Vader. I've heard the dark side is inviting. As long as you have cookies and pizza, I would be happy to join the dark side. Thank you. That means we are one away from that 500 subs, folks. That's another one that I'm trying to hit. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't hit that sub button, we are one away, folks, from 500 subs. Smash that sub button. Complete it. That was my goal at the start of this weekend. Thank you. Thank you on the views. So yeah, let's talk about this a little bit. We got the new match. Joey Janela. We never run out of cookies and pizza. It's awesome. never a dull moment on here. I've always got somebody giving me some laughs on here. Better that than the trolls. Better that than the trolls. We deal with them swiftly, though. No room for trolls in Smash This Podcast land. No, no, no. We deal with them swiftly. Because I watch too much Russell talk, and a little bit of Ollie Davis comes out. 500 subs! That's a horrible Ollie Davis invitation. Anyways, dear God. ADDDD. Joey Janela versus Hangman Page. Allergies. This is actually really unique. Number one, Joey Janela is not a part of that core group of people that are, you say, like the core part of this All In. You think of Cody Rhodes, you think of the Young Bucks, you think of like all the top guys in the Bullet Club, Kenny Omega, and everyone else. I'm not going to list them all, but you know who I'm talking about if you know the Bullet Club. And so Hangman Page has really come into his own within the last year as far as being a top member in this group. I mean, he's really, let me put it like this. I was thinking about this earlier. When he became part of the Bullet Club, it was somewhere within the last 2 years. I couldn't put I don't know. It was around the same time as Adam Cole, I think it was. Rest in peace, Adam Cole. Wink, wink. If you watch Being the Elite, you know what I'm talking about. And it was one of those things where he joined, and I was like, oh, Adam Page? Yeah, because usually it's like someone big, up and coming that's going to, like, pardon my pun, shock the system, if you will. And when Hangman Page, oh my goodness. Sorry. When he joined the Bullet Club, I was like, okay. It took me a long time for me to realize till recently, like, how good he really is. I felt like, and this is going to sound horrible, I felt like he was like a half-assed Adam Cole, okay? But he's proven me wrong. And I feel like the matches he's had lately that I've actually been paying a little more attention to, like, oh, he's actually getting opportunities at this. He's getting opportunities at this. He even had a short run in New Japan for, I can't remember what it was called. Was it the G1 thing? I think. I forget. I just don't follow with that. I watch a lot of the bigger events and try to keep up on some of the storylines and rivalries. I just don't watch it on a regular basis. But yeah, Hangman Page has been one of those guys where it's like, oh, well, I've been starting to pay a little more attention to him. So, and the fact that they gave him a match with, okay, Darth, he's back. The fact that he's put in a match with Joey Janela, and Joey Janela is another one of those guys who's also over the last few years been growing buzz about him. When people first started like paying attention to him, he was known as this deathmatch guy, extreme, hardcore, whatever, The highest compliment I can pay to him currently is I feel like he's the next Dean Ambrose. Okay? Dean Ambrose cut his own path through the indie system and did a lot of crazy extreme stuff, but he also did stuff in like Dragon Gate that made him unique and special and not just one of those hardcore guys. He started having these like really good wrestling matches. And I feel Joey Janela is starting to do that. I feel like he's kind of cutting the same path through the indie scene in some ways. Only I feel like he has one up on Dean Ambrose that social media is a significant niche in what he's doing. Not that he's a social media guru, just that there's a lot more eyes on him as opposed to, say, when Dean Ambrose was coming up and you really had to search for his stuff if you didn't have the DVDs or if you didn't go to the live events. Just looking at notifications real quick. Sorry. So, and another thing that really brought attention to Joey Janela, sorry, mine's going 20 different directions, is when he started, you know, like when he's, like I said, when he started getting some of that little buzz around him, and he had that match with, I think, what did I see? Was it Zandig? And I think it was a CZW thing. He took that bump, that went viral, and then shortly after that, Kenny Johnson, and I want to give props to Kenny Johnson. He is one of the forerunners in documenting professional wrestling in the indie scene right now. Period. End of subject. GCW. Yeah, he's got GCW too. He's I don't know, he's kind of all over the place. He also does that Joey Janela's Spring Break. He's had 2 of them now. I watched the first one because it was part of Flow Slam when I was watching Flow Slam stuff, and I was, you know, reviewing stuff on here for Flow Slam, and then no more Flow Slam. So I kind of went out of touch on some of the what is that called? WWN stuff, Evolve and the like. But I've tried to watch it different ways. We'll just say that. Try to keep up on it. And a lot of it is through the documentation of Kenny Johnson and his YouTube channel, through the Evolve channel, you know, different ways. And so, and he makes these, he does the short documentaries on updates on the companies that he's following. Plus he does the individual documentaries on guys like Joey Janela. He did one 2 years ago, and I was just going to watch it again. I found it, so I stuck it in my watch later list because it's really good. Folks, if you want a little introduction on Joey Janela, go look up the Kenny Johnson documentary on Joey Janela, and I can't think of what it's called. But it's got some kind of like retro look on it. The production is so unique. It's not just following a guy around, a mix of indie footage and sitting down with a guy in his house and talking to him and his family and his friends about his career. No, the whole production of Joey Janela, it's all based on like retro. It has a total like 80s retro feel, like you're watching the movie Rad or something, or some breakdancing movie from the 80s, or like or a slick Miami Vice / Atari game 80s feel to it. It's just, You just got to watch it. Okay. See, I grew up in the 80s. So I see stuff like that, and I'm sorry, I gravitate to stuff like that. Hell, I just found a new band called Gunship, and they're all based on like oh God, I can't even describe it. You just got to look it up. Just look up Gunship on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Total 80s based pop. You'll just go look it up. Before I go off on another. So, and now jump ahead 2 years to now. Joey Janela's had a couple spring breaks under his belt. He's got that indie buzz behind him where a lot of people are starting to talk about him. And then all of a sudden he gets booked for one of the recent Evolve shows and gets booked in the WWN championship match. And he just beat, was it Austin Theory? Was it Austin Theory or Matt Riddle? I can't remember. It was because I think they were both champ. One was Evolve champ, one was WWN champ. I forget. Yes, it was called Please Don't Die, Joey. Yeah. Yeah, he's also doing Lost in New York. He's got that the GCW Darth Vader. Sorry, I need to go for a mission. I'll see you later. Okay, Darth. May the not may the force be with you. It's you're the dark side. I forget what they say in the dark side. May the cookies and pizza be with you. I don't know. Eat lots of fattening stuff, and oh God, I have not had enough coffee yet today. I'm usually drinking like 3 beers during one of these. So yeah, little off. Hey, heal, please heal, Mr. I always refer to him as Cade Carnage, formerly from mindofcarnage.com, where all of our old podcasts used to reside. Good day to you, sir. And I'll be making that little announcement on something special coming up later this week, real soon, thanks to this gentleman. Thank you to you. So yeah, Joey Janela's got this buzz about him. And he's got these different events that he's making. He's getting eyes on him. Yes, I'm hanging in there, man. We're just taking it day by day. And so this is a guy that's got some eyes on him now. And he's, like I said, Joey Janela's not in that Ring of Honor circle of people surrounding this show. So you got like an outsider like him and like other guys like the Lucha Brothers or someone like way out of the circle like Rey Mysterio being a part of this show, and you start putting them with people that they've never faced before. You've got one hell of a unique card here. And like the first one, just to reiterate that they put Okada versus Marty Scurll. You're not going to see that in New Japan. They've probably crossed paths a bunch of times in, say, 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s, 5-on-5s, but you're not going to see that unique 1-on-1 because Okada's a heavyweight and Marty Scurll's a junior heavyweight or junior. Is that what they call him? A cruiserweight type, if you will. So yeah, they're trying to make a unique card and stuff that we've never seen before, and I think it'd be really easy to book this. And I've tried looking at all the people involved in this, and then you got to look at all the people that are involved in the StarCast end of it, and that bunch is just growing by the day. My goodness, all the different indie guys, indie legends showing up for this. So it's really hard to tell who they're all going to put on this card. And I have no doubt that they're going to have some surprises, and probably some surprises that are going to absolutely shock the world, that are literally going to flip the indie scene on its head. I still think something massive is going to happen that's going to lead up to next year's Madison Square Garden. And this event is going to be like where they plant the seeds for it. And that's all I'm going to say. I just have a feeling. I got hair standing up on the back of my neck just thinking about it. And you know what that's called, folks? That's called passion. That's what you call that. So, I also want to briefly talk about Flip. Flip had a chance at the NWA hope they get AR Fox. Yeah, you know, he's another hot indie guy. He's all over the place. He's part of Lucha Underground. He's been in Evolve lately. He's hot on the West Coast. He's everywhere. And as I say, Flip went for the NWA Championship against Nick Aldis, and got to see the highlights from that in the latest YouTube video on the NWA channel. Please go watch that. If you're not following the journey of the 10 pounds of gold, you are seriously missing out on some good storytelling. They've been doing this for a year now, and it's just been a joy to watch. No, they don't have TV. No, they don't have big pay-per-views. But what Corgan is doing with the NWA Championship is he's making it special again. And the fact that he's putting the NWA, well, it's obviously a combo deal between Cody and Young Bucks and working with Billy Corgan to put the NWA at the forefront of this event, the headliner match, where Nick Aldis is going to defend the championship against Cody Rhodes, is really something special. Now, the sideline is, see, that was the first match booked for this. Now, the sidelining thing, the story that's, you know, over here somewhere, but still within your peripheral vision, is getting Flip booked on this show. I still have absolutely no doubt in my mind that he's going to end up on this show. And throughout the indie scene, not only in Ring of Honor, but other companies through other matches, he keeps getting these opportunities to become a part of All In. One was he went with Brandy Rhodes against MJF, and I can't remember who the girl was. But anyways, there was that opportunity. Now he had the opportunity to face Nick Aldis to become the NWA champion, and he was not successful at that. And that was one, and I think that a lot of fans, including myself, looked at this and went, oh my God, if Flip becomes NWA champion, he's all in. He will face Cody Rhodes at the main event. That right there is an incredible piece of storytelling. But it wasn't going to happen. And like I said, you got to see the footage. It's great. Excuse me. Oh, almost empty. So, you know, that felt like it was Flip's last chance to get on this show. And yet the NWA has put on social media, do you still want Flip on this show, and why? Or does he deserve to be on the show, and why? They said something like that. And they also said it in, I believe they also said it on their YouTube channel in the, the liner notes, whatever. So, and I feel that he's worked so hard to become a part of this. I feel like it'd be a crime for him not to be a part of it in some way, shape, or form. So, and I'm not the originator of this concept. I saw someone else in the comments and on social media saying, hey, why don't you just make Flip special guest referee? That's not a bad idea. Or the fact that he was so close, the fact that he was so close in beating Nick Aldis, that maybe Billy Corgan would give him another chance at the championship. Why not? We've seen that a lot of times throughout, wrestling history. Like, oh, you two had such a good match. Let's just do it again. That would really piss off Cody, because then it's not a one-on-one. It's a three-way. Some people like three-ways. Some people don't. But I think you could absolutely make Flip Gordon the special guest referee. I've seen a lot of people say that, Flip Gordon's going to screw Cody Rhodes. And as much as that would make sense if he was a part of it, or, hijacked the show, I want, and this is no shade on Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis, I feel from day one, has done a great job in taking the NWA Championship, the 10 pounds of gold, all around the world. And he's done it. He's done it with class. He may be the heel champion, but he's doing it with a certain amount of pomp and circumstance too. Kind of like Ric Flair, you may have hated him, but he did what he did well, So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this road goes. We've got just about a month left to see what happens with this. Duke Togo 13 is in the chat. Want to see the Golden Lovers versus Lucha Brothers at All In Tag Team Match of the Year candidate. Wow, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's a very unique thing, a very unique match that you're not going to see anywhere else, because the Lucha Brothers are nowhere near Ring of Honor, but they have wrestled Ring of Honor guys here and there throughout the independent scene. So, yeah, I mean, that's a great idea. Or, what I was thinking, to kind of piggyback on that concept would have been something like Lucha Brothers with Rey Mysterio against three guys from the Bullet Club. Something like that. Or maybe you put Ring of Honor with the Golden Lovers, because he's been doing stuff with New Japan lately. Who knows? So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different combinations, and I've tried to run a few different ones, but it's so hard to pre-book this because you don't know who's really all involved. There's, like I said, there's a ton on StarCast, and that's the big question. I even asked them on social media. It's like, hey, when are we going to find out, who from StarCast is actually all in? We don't know yet. We like to assume, like, oh, this guy's definitely going to be on there, or this guy, or this guy. But they certainly have their options. What about the ghost of Joey Ryan? Man, if the ghost of Joey Ryan shows up, maybe the ghost of Joey Ryan will show up and screw Adam Page in his match with Joey Janela. Oh, book it. That'd be hilarious. There's an idea for you all in boys. Book it. So yeah, I just wanted to give my thoughts on All In stuff. Possibilities for Flip Gordon going forward. A final last ditch effort to get him on the show. Like I said, I still have absolutely no doubt that he's going to be part of this somehow, some way. Because you don't put a story together like this and put it across several months leading up to this grand event and not put him on it. It'd be the saddest, one of the saddest stories in professional wrestling. Be like, oh. But like Cody just put out this morning, the behind the scenes story of All In and All Us. That's also very fun to watch because it's a dose of reality, and it's also a dose of, oh, maybe Flip could be booked on the next All In show, so it's wink, wink. I love it. Duke says Ortiz and Santana might face the Young Bucks on the Jericho Cruise. Interesting time outside of the WWE with all these companies agreeing to collaborate. Yeah, I thought it was Chris Jericho and the Young Bucks versus the Bullet Club. I thought that's the second match they booked for this event. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But I have no doubt that Ortiz and Santana can somehow get, because Impact Wrestling is on the cruise now, that they could be a part of it. They could be. I don't know how big this boat is. Man, you got to put a lot of people and a lot of wrestlers and a lot of bands on there. Oh, my God. That's going to be one crazy-ass boat ride. And I've heard they're not even going to put it out there to the public to view. That they're not going to do like what All In is doing and put it out there for people to watch. So who knows? That could change too. That could change. So yeah, we'll wrap this up. And I just want to say again, a humble, excuse me, I'm getting verklempt. A humble thank you for 150,000 views. It's like I said, I know it's small potatoes on here, but it's big for me for being on here for 5 years. Thank you, everyone who's been here along the journey. All the podcasts I've been involved with, reintroduced to, being, like I said, again, being part of the Rant With Ant family has been a big part of that success this year. As of recently, a lot of support there. And there are some big things coming. And I'm not going to touch on it now. I might drop something Monday or Tuesday night. We'll see. A hint at something coming later this week. Friday night, something very special planned. And it helps in the growth of this channel, stuff I've wanted to do. And you guys are all a part of it. You guys have helped, so thank you. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And if anybody can find a way for me to watch WOS, World of Sports Wrestling, and yes, I've gone on the ITV hub and all that stuff. That's only for people in the UK. I'm over here in the grand old Midwest of the US of A. I can't find it anywhere. I said on the STV post about WOS earlier this morning, saying, wish there was a way for me to watch this in the US. and Grado liked the comment. So Grado, help your boy J-Bone out. I heard he's champ. Possibly former champ. Oh, spoiler alert. All right, anyways. All right, so we'll wrap this up. So thank you very much, folks. We're just millimeters away from the hitting 500 subs too. Stoked about that. So if you're new to the channel, like I said, there's plenty more of this kind of content where it came from. Smash that like button, smash that sub button. Come on, do it, just do it. And do your boy J-Bone a solid. Hit that sub button and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Good day, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Much love, and we'll see you soon.